What's up, guys? Here we are, another session with the boys in this podcast session. This is Adrian.
Another session of the podcast session.
Here with me, Kyle Gonzalez, and
What's up?
beautiful friends. Would you guys like to introduce yourself?
Not really. You can introduce
Yeah, we got a +1. We got a new +1 from last week.
We do have a new guest here.
All right, check 1, 2, 3. How's my audio?
Right.
We're good.
You're good.
Hey, what's going on?
Would a sexy Indian one like to introduce
Hey,
himself?
what's up? This is my normal voice.
Oh yeah, no nasal.
Yeah.
That's
No,
the no.
no.
That's no nasal, not a little nasal.
Hey, what's going on? All right. Hey, what's up? Thanks for joining in for our 1 million subscriber special. I'm Raj, as you guys know and love.
The savage one.
I'm the savage one. Everyone respects my opinion the most, I would say.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
They call me like the Jesus of the group, which I don't like to give names, but that's whatever.
Damn, I wonder who said that, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Also, Jesus wasn't white. Let's just get
All
that out
right.
of there.
All right.
That's a podcast topic.
That's true.
That's crazy.
Sexy Indian number 2. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello. I don't need an introduction. You know me.
Hey, that's a
All right.
turn up. Faith remix part 2 coming soon.
Hey, yo, Faith Remix Part 2 incoming. Oh, this is beautiful. What did you guys do to the base?
All right.
Comments.
A new member,
And then
in
our
podcast
+1 and the
today.
Brown Boy podcast.
And our sexy Indian number 3.
I'll let
shoot,
you
yeah.
introduce me. I kind of want to see how you guys introduce me to other people.
How
How would you introduce me?
How would Adrian introduce Sagar? Because I feel like you guys know him
Sagar's
best.
like me, but a little bit shorter and a lot of bit sexier.
That's crazy.
Sagar's
had-
beard, low key.
That's crazy. Dude, Sagar's the
crazy.
guy that's down to play a Minecraft survival only if there's an alcohol mod.
Wait, yo, that's low key accurate. Hold on.
Well, if I had a second fatherly figure, it would be Sagar.
You just called Sagar
Who's
your
one?
dad?
That's
It
crazy.
would be my dad. Yeah. If
Yeah, I know Sagar's not about to chug that on cam.
If
I
I
might
were-
have to. Hey, wait, Raj, can you give me the tour real quick? Like, low
if I was Bruce Wayne
Hey, Gaurav, come here.
and my parents died tomorrow, like Sagar would be my Alfred to my Bruce Wayne.
I don't want to interrupt.
call
the
me
cast.
your butler?
No, you be my father.
I'll
My
be your
second-
guiding
Hey,
figure.
Gaurav.
I'll take
My
it. I'll
guidance
take
counselor. Yeah.
I'm fucking weak. bro.
What is this? it.
Oh,
That's some Sagar shit.
Sagar's,
I don't
Sagar's
want
lagging
to
a little bit.
I don't want to interrupt
Oh,
the
no.
cast.
My sword. I Oh, need I my am? sword.
Okay. Well, this is the cast for today. We're gonna be talking about relationships, right? And I know all of us here have experience with relationships. I think, for the most part.
Yeah, for the
So,
most part, yeah.
If by experience you
For
mean
the
you
most
know
part,
what the
yeah.
word is, sure.
Dog,
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh.
That's
Hey, wait,
crazy.
I ain't pointing
Crazy.
fingers though.
Hey, yo, real quick. You're gonna edit this out real quick, but
What?
hey,
What?
Sagar, if I accidentally right-click a runic altar with my sword, how do I get it back?
You know.
Dude, Gaurav sounded like the biggest nerd. How do I right
I
click?
know.
If I click a soul stone with my fucking
Oh, thank
Oh.
God.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right.
But yeah, that's the
I'm ready, I'm
podcast.
ready.
Talk to me before Corona ends me.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
And then
talking
That's the
before
name of
commenting.
it?
That's a good topic.
I,
That's a
I,
good
for- I
topic.
forgot. I forgot that was the name. I'm sorry. I forgot.
week number 2, relationships. First question. Let's go, Adrian.
First question. Do you want? You want to start it?
I'll start it off. So, the topic of this week is about relationships. So, to kind of get things started, I know we're all, we've all kind of been in the dating scene around ASU. So, I was wondering how have your dating experiences been like in college, and just kind of describe any stories or anything, or if they've been successful, if they've been unsuccessful, or just in general, how have your experiences been?
That's a good question.
Who started?
Let's let Adrian start. Adrian, you should start.
You want me to start?
I think we all have very, very different experiences with dating in college.
Yes.
Like we've got online dating,
Uh-huh.
We've got like booed up the entire time, but like with problems. So we also got
Boot up with problems. Okay.
boot up with problems.
Boot up with problems.
We've got like multiple, serious relationships.
Right.
We got like dabbling in the flirting scene,
It's
Mhm.
true.
and then we got absolute fucking hoe.
Hey, we gonna drop some names? We gotta drop
I
some
ain't
names?
slut-shaming.
Hey, I know who he's
Yeah,
talking about.
which one goes to who?
I think everyone knows exactly who.
I think I
who's-
do know.
All of them apply to Sagar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Dude, Sagar's
Sagar's both boot up and a whore.
dude, that C in the middle of his shirt stands for Chad.
Pure chat.
But yeah, if you guys, whoever wants to start, feel free. I think Adrian should start though. Yeah.
Gosh, dating in college. I mean, I only ever had a real girlfriend like once in my life. I think I don't even considered like high school a real relationship because I know. Did you guys have high school relationships?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I had a little thing in high school.
Am I answering this? I'm answering this.
But yeah, I'm curious. Like, did you? I mean,
All
for all of you guys who dated in high school, did you consider those? Did you consider those like real relationships? I mean, I know you, Raj, and I mean, you're still dating the girl from high school.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey,
And we're,
Anthony, if you're tuning in, how's it going?
did she tune into the last one?
I didn't
secret.
tell her about it because the audio was a little quiet.
Okay, this one will be
and
better.
She was like, "How could you not tell me about?" And you could whore off to your millions of followers.
Hey Anjali, if you're tuning in, what's up?
How you doing?
Hey, fun fact: Anjali used to have a crush on Gaurav back in high school.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's kind of
Yeah.
spicy.
And her
That's
standards have
spicy.
really increased since then.
oh yeah.
Wait,
Dude,
wait.
I had a bowl cut.
Wait, hold up. The question was, would we define our high school relationships as real relationships? Was that?
Yeah, like from your experience.
I think
I
it's
can't- I
hard
can't
to
tell.
it's hard to say whether a relationship is real or not, because obviously to someone in it, like especially when you're like young and inexperienced, you'll be like, yeah, this is real. Like, how dare you not define my love as real?
Mhm.
You know that like emo teenage thing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
But I think all dating experience is like experience.
let me ask you this though. Like, when did you and Anjali became more serious? Was it
Like 1
high-
month in, dog, I was a fucking sap. I was the biggest sap. I think she was too.
I feel like
Dude, I was so ready for commitment. I've been rejected so many times that I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, I'm ready to get booed up so quickly. I'm ready to like get love.
Hey,
someone so
Anjali
honestly.
low-key got lucky though. Anjali got
Yeah.
lucky.
And I found that person and like I doubled down, I tripled down. I was like, oh,
Mhm.
I'm in this.
No, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But the thing is, like I don't know. I think you learn so much from your first relationship about like especially how to be a partner. That shit is different from like
Yeah.
any kind of fantasy you have in your head. So
See, for
that's
me,
a whole other topic.
like the freshman year, sophomore year, like I was a simp for girls.
Oh,
Like,
sick,
I-
dude! I think we're all Sims back in like freshman, sophomore year of
Yeah.
high school.
I would like when I see a cute girl in class, I'm sitting next to her. I'm gonna try to talk to her, right? And there was this girl I remember in Mandarin class. Like I sat next to her the
Lao
whole year.
sure.
Yeah, loud shit. I know, like yeah. Like I tried to impress her with my Mandarin and stuff like that. Like,
Damn, really?
hard. And
You
then
took
one
Mandarin
day,
in college?
no, in high
Oh,
school.
high school. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I remember she was like I tried to watch like stuff that she liked because she would mention it. And I'd
Yeah,
be
it's
like,
kind of common
I
ground.
watched that movie like what you watched, right?
Mhm.
And there was a day when we had a high school party. It was basis, so it's not like a real party. It was just
It's not a
bunch
real
of-
party.
it was a bunch of nerds who we just played like Super Smash, and that's basically it. And
Kickback.
switching the gate.
I love
Dude, it was
basic shit.
Super
so
Smash?
nerdy. It was so nerdy, and
I respect.
I asked her out at the end of the party in the parking lot.
Oh, so
And
you
then
actually went through with it.
I did. I was like, "Hey, do you want to go out?" Like I'm not kidding you. I was sweating. I was
Yeah.
sweating. I was nervous. I was stuttering, and I was like,
Adrian, there's a 1 in 4 chance at any moment throughout the day you're sweating. So to be
honestly,
fair,
yeah.
Dude, me and Adrian have it so bad. We have it so bad.
It was also my awkward stage because I had in high school I was still kind of chubby. And I was still like growing out of that baby fat phase. I was still like really, you can't take me seriously because I had baby fat. Like my hair was weird.
Yeah, I can relate to that.
Adrian, you're talking to the right people.
God,
Yeah,
it was so
exactly.
like my words couldn't come out to her. I was like, do you want to go out?
You start stuttering. The sweat beads start coming down.
But she said yes. I'm not lying to you.
Oh,
She
she
yes.
said yes?
So technically,
Shit.
I had 3 girlfriends. All right, but
Adrian,
hear
you've
me
been
out.
booed up for a while.
He
I
got a
never told you
tally
guys
going
this.
on.
I never told you guys this, but like, I went home that night, and I had the happiest dream about dating this girl.
Oh, that's pretty cute.
I was dreaming. I'm like, okay, like we're in Mandarin class, all happy. Like I was thinking about that.
Oh, I
And then
got stories
woke
about
up and I got a text,
No.
and the text was an
No.
Iliad, as something Gaurav would say, Iliad, saying, "Hey, so my parents said I can't date
Ah!
anymore."
Oh, that's
That
And I
hurts.
was
That
just-
hurts.
I was like,
Freshman year?
"That's in a year." It was like, freshman year, sophomore year. I was
Mhm.
crushed.
Oh, I would be
that was-
so crushed.
Bro. Dude, I have so many fucking stories of rejection in high school. Like, I think that's a whole nother topic. There's so many fucking funny stories.
Okay, but
I think
we were all simps though in high school. Okay, let's make that
Yeah,
clear. We were
yeah.
all simps. Holy
I think
shit.
high school you need a
Yeah.
sim phase. You do need a
Yeah.
sim
when
phase.
I was in high school, I didn't care less about the girls. To be honest,
I could tell. I knew. I could have put
Damn,
money on that.
Sagar. Okay.
And
Sagar
but
said-
I think that's also I think that's also because I went to a full Mormon high school, where it was like I never even like would have like I did date a girl in high school, and she wasn't Mormon, but at the same time, like all the other girls, I was just like I could care less about you.
Okay.
were you brown, or was it a race thing, or just
No, she was no, it wasn't that. It was well for them it was. For me it wasn't because like Mormons only date Mormons.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
That
very
is
true,
that's
very
the thing.
true.
My high school
And
there were a
so
lot
like
of
looking at
Mormon
that, I was
dating.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
And
how
they
it
don't
is.
technically date until they're 16. So it's also weird.
they also get married really soon?
Oh yeah, like 19.
They
Oh yeah,
do.
all my high school friends are married and have kids.
Yeah.
Damn.
It-
dude.
It's young. We know someone that got married pretty
Who?
recently.
Oh, yeah. We're not saying names, right?
I mean,
Yeah,
if you
let's not say
get it
names.
out quick.
If you don't think they're gonna watch, just drop it.
What's her name? Wait, it's Katie's friend.
Jessica.
Jessica got
Jessica.
She has a kid?
married.
No, she's married. She's married.
Oh, yeah. I knew that.
And Kyle, you gonna bleep that out?
Yeah, well, I got that magic editing tool on me. I got it on me.
Dude,
But
okay, sorry, but I don't think Jessica Doxy is watching.
I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Dog, I
Dog,
like
we're
to go
getting
to someone and I bet you I could find a million people on the street that watch our show. It'd be hard to find someone that doesn't watch our show.
oh, facts,
honestly.
facts,
I
yeah.
agree. I agree.
famous.
We're so big, dude. Talk to me before Corona ends me. Like what? No.
That's actually a nice name. I like that name.
You like that?
It is a nice name.
Me and Kyle brainstormed that for an hour.
Yeah, in a
All right,
Discord
hold on.
call.
Can I say a high school rejection story?
Oh wait, we're still
Yeah.
going. Yeah, wait, we still need responses
We're
from
still-
Raj, Gaurav, and
Yeah.
me. Raj, Gaurav, and me. Yeah,
Dude, I don't have anything to contribute to the high school story.
Wait. Okay, so
we can go to college too.
Just to clarify the
Actually,
question.
no, Adrian, you finish.
The moral of the story was that I was a simp for this girl. Like it was awkward after that, right? You asked a girl out. Next time in Mandarin class, I couldn't even look at her. We
Oh
were
my
quiet. We were quiet for the rest of the year. It was,
Dude,
but I'm just
Dude,
saying,
okay.
everyone
Oh, that's
has
so
a
fucking.
sim stage. Everyone has a sim stage because
Mm.
you kind of gain confidence. Like you have a simp and a rejection phase. You know what I mean? Like you get rejected, and you get the self-confidence to do it again. That's I'm just I don't know. That's
No, I agree with that, Adrian. I had a similar story where I asked a girl out to homecoming and she didn't reciprocate. Or she didn't. It's just homecoming, right? You think it's just like a little friend thing, but she said no, and she made it so awkward in biomed class. And I was like, I mean, it's just homecoming. I thought we knew
Dude,
each
the
other,
server
you
just
know.
crashed.
Yeah.
See, I feel like now, like in college, you ask someone out, and I feel like it's more casual now.
Oh, absolutely. It's if you get
like-
rejected, it's fine, you know.
If both parties mutually understand the rejection, it doesn't need to be weird from personal experience, right? I'm not naming names, but like I'm just saying, like it can be. It doesn't need to be awkward, and I think I don't know. It's a part of maturing. You know what I mean?
Dog. Okay, so there's one story. Fuck awkward. I'm multiple awkward. This is back when I lived in Singapore. Hashtag the motherland. But
Raj was in Singapore.
I did live there for 2 years in high school, and I went to this little piece of shit private school that was fucking dumb and bad. But there was this one girl that like all my friends knew I liked, and they also knew that she didn't like me, and I also knew that she didn't like me. But just to rub it in, what they did was they like asked her to hang out with us. This is my like really like asshole friends. And then like we were chilling in a mall, and she's like, "Hey, let's call her
Mary.
Andrea. Let's call her Andrea."
Mhm.
Right, and they're like, "Hey, Andrea,
Sounds
can
like
you should." I do want to pipe Adrian though. Nah, but they were like, hey, Andrea, can you rate all of us on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh no, Raj. Oh
And
no.
so she rated all my friends on a scale of 1 to 10 and gave all of them 7s and said I was a 5
in front of you.
in front of me.
Dog, this sounds like a meme, like a Twitter
And so-
meme.
And I was so depressed. I fucking walked home in like humid Singapore for like 2 miles. Like chubby me, like walked
Wait,
home.
this is the girl that you like.
The girl that I liked, but like that didn't like me back, and she to my
Mm.
face called me a 5 and called all my friends a 7, and one of them an 8 actually.
Eight?
That sucks, dude.
Okay.
Those friends are
All right,
assholes.
That's
and
really
then,
shitty.
And then like there's this other girl that like I asked out to like one of the dances. We kind of hit it off, and then we went on a date. It was my first date I've ever gone on, and I took her to see Avengers 2.
Wait, that's kind of cute though.
That's a good movie.
Avengers 2 was garbage.
Avengers 2 was not.
Okay,
Two?
I met. To be fair, Okay, this is the first date I ever went on. I met her parents, who were like Southern, and they gave me kind of bad vibes.
Mhm.
And then after I took her to Avengers 2, so there's 1 of 2 reasons why we stopped vibing. A, her parents were racist. B, because she hated my selection. Avengers 2 is a god awful movie. Or 3, maybe I just didn't like do well. But like after that date, oh, it was bad.
Really?
Oh, dude.
All right,
Yes.
dude, are you Northern Indian?
Huh?
You're Northern Indian?
Yeah. Not that that matters.
Well,
But yeah.
Is it
Yeah.
bad blood between each other, North and South?
She was white.
Oh, she was
Yeah,
white.
she was white.
Yeah,
She just had a
Right.
stigma against
like,
it.
like, southern, like United States Southern, like Louisiana.
I don't even Southern Indian.
That's why I was so weak when Adrian said, "Are you Northern Indian?"
I was
Yeah, I
like,
was like, I don't think Adrian got it.
Yeah, northern. It's like there's a divide between north and south.
That makes sense.
It's like
Okay,
Vietnam,
Your point makes sense. I was like,
Korea.
I didn't know they hate each other. I was like,
I mean, there's bad blood, but like it's not relevant.
When Raj said, I don't think it matters," I was like,
Oh,
"Oh, I
fuck,
see."
no. Adrian, I got a very similar story to you.
Yeah.
To your like rejection thing. So there's this one girl when I was a fucking freshman in high school. This was 8 years ago now, and I liked her a lot, and my friends asked her like it was the last day of the semester, and like, hey, you should give Raj a kiss on the cheek, and so she did, and I was like, I'm ready to get married. Like I was like, holy fuck. But then right the day after I went on vacation with my family, we were in like Hong Kong or something. And so I didn't have any cell service there. And so I remember texting her in the hotel, and she flirted hard too. Like she reciprocated, I think. She reciprocated hard, so she was kind of a tease. But like I remember walking around Hong Kong that day and being like, she was Asian, and I remember thinking like, man, I wonder like, will my parents accept our love?
He's already
Oh,
thinking
what?
2 miles
I,
ahead.
I was like, what do Indian and Asian babies look like? Is that like a weird combo? I just feel like, would they be accepted, like, or would they get shit on? And then the second I get Wi-Fi, an Iliad,
A fucking
about, oh, I
Iliad.
think you misread the situation. I was like, oh fuck.
It's the Iliad.
Dude,
It's
I feel like in
almost-
high school
Kidding?
we misread a lot of signs that
Mhm.
girls give. We either because we overthink things so much in high school. I think we're all guilty of that.
I think because we're so desperate, we're so innocent that we just want a taste. You know what I mean?
I just wanted a relationship.
Everyone wants a
Yeah.
taste.
I always
Right.
wanted one back in high school. So it's like,
But-
yeah, in high school I think we're a lot more immature. But going back to the question, do you guys have any college experiences
Yeah.
that you want to bring to light, or like things that
Oh,
you
shit.
learned from, things that you learned from?
Because I feel like Tinder and all those dating apps, I never had any exposure to that till I went to college. Until
Same.
someone told me.
I mean, probably because it's illegal to use it if you're under 18.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that's true. But I'm just saying, like, actually, that's a good point. Yeah.
Sagar's so dead.
Well,
I just imagine like 16-year-old Adrian downloading.
Dog, imagine his profile.
That's what's making me weak.
Like skinny Adrian with short hair.
Chubby.
do you want to see a picture? I'll put a picture for reference. I'll find one.
I'll edit it in.
Hey, Kyle, edit it right now.
Yeah, right now. You'll see it right here. Me and Raj pointed at it.
Dumb fuck.
I'll find a
Dude, I'm
photo.
trying to think of a time where I got sent an Iliad by a girl.
In college?
What do
In
you
college?
mean? In
No,
college?
but like,
Yeah, you've never
are we
been
in
sent an
college now?
Iliad?
Are we? Dude, oh, I thought we were talking high school.
Well, I mean,
And
your,
high school or college.
your
Yeah,
high
either
school.
one.
Hey, Gaurav, I got an
Dude,
Iliad
even-
for you. I'll see you at
even-
sundown.
It's not an Iliad.
I know it's not an Iliad.
That was.
I'm trying to think of an Iliad. I don't really think I've gotten an Iliad. I mean, okay, wait. What's the question?
Oh, it was just about any dating experiences you have, particularly in high school or college, but mostly college, and things that you maybe
Oh,
you
God.
learned from these experiences and that you want to share.
Because
I know we got a lot.
I only said high school because that's where the stem of everyone's
Yeah,
relationship started.
I think like now, almost not all, like 60 to 70% of couples meet online, and like it's like, for example, I think I've been on, I don't know, maybe let's say like 7 dates, 7
You
dates in
No one
in
around.
college.
I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you.
So let's say I've been on like 7 dates in college. I think two of them have been non-online. Like 2 of them have been either I met the person in person somewhere, or I know a friend that recommended them. So I
One
think
day
it's the
still
future.
pending though, right?
Huh?
One day still pending though, right?
Wait, it is?
She'll for YOLO for Froyo.
Oh yeah.
What?
So waiting.
Yay.
Gaurav's like forgetting. He's like, which date? I forgot.
Which girl was
Dog.
I good for?
Which girl
You
was
know
it?
Froyo's my spot. No, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the future of dating is so like involved in online now. Which I don't know if that's. I think we talked about this last time too.
We did.
Where I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't think it's a good thing personally, but like it's inevitable. I think how like the reality of how you're gonna meet people is gonna be online. And then the other thing, so personal experiences. Freshman year, I did nothing, and it's because I had like I was
Same.
bowl cut, and there was a reason I didn't do anything. Sophomore year, I was in love with this one girl like the entire year. I think.
That's
From-
so true.
Yeah,
Wait,
from differential equations fall
Ooh.
year
Oh,
until the end of spring, I was in love with the same chick, and we still.
What are
had
you
a
still
date
waiting for from your
planned.
date conversation or date?
Dude, so this chick, she was like, I can't tell if she's too nice or just sadistic. No, like I don't know. because she'd be the type of person that would be like, you text her, you even like, I even told her at one point, I was like, hey, are you actually interested? So backstory is I asked her out in person. She said yes. Like I think no, we were supposed to go out that weekend or whatever, and pretty much it happened for like a span of at least 6 months. 6 months? Yeah, maybe 6 months. No,
6
let's say
months
three
straight.
months. 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Let's say a span of at least 3 months. It was just a series of, hey, you're still on to meet, right? Yeah, yeah, I'm totally down. I can't wait. And then like she just either doesn't come, or like 2 hours later it's a, oh my god. Oh no, so three options. One, she doesn't come. Two, oh my OMG, I totally forgot I had something. Or three, she wouldn't come and then text me, I cannot believe I forgot to show up. I'm such a bad person. Oh my god, sorry
Mm.
for that. And me being the most gullible fool I am, I would like always take it like it was legit. It was a legit reason. And so it was literally like a span of 3 months at least where this thing just kept going on. And
We
we
couldn't
still
break
haven't.
your heart. We couldn't break your heart.
Gaurav, I
Dude,
wish I
like,
talked to
she
you around
was,
this time, man.
But
yeah.
when's a good time to know to stop or to keep going?
To
You know,
stop
there's a mentality.
chasing.
There's just still a
There's
mentality
like,
out there, like, oh, I'm gonna keep going. Like, I will
No.
keep going till like she, accepts me. Because there are cases where girls do like when a guy's chased, and they do eventually fall for them, right? Like I mean, me and Gaurav, we know one person right like that, right?
yeah, we do.
Yeah, someone I don't want to mention the name, but yeah,
Mhm.
like
Yeah, we do. I don't know. Okay, no, wait. So, anyways, going back. So,
I got something to say about that after. So
right.
Yeah.
okay,
Mhm.
wait, where was I in the? It doesn't matter, but pretty much it was just like this span of, I don't know if she. Okay, no, this is the reason she was especially worse than just leading on, because I remember at least like 2 times, I would straight up like tell her like, hey, are you like, I'm okay if you don't want to go, like tell me the truth. Are you actually like down to meet? And then like I literally gave her an ultimatum like that. Like I was okay with her saying no. And I remember every time she'd be like, yes, I am. I'm ready. Let's meet at Froyo this weekend. And so like she just keep doing it. And so that's why I don't know if she's too nice to say no or if she's just sadistic. That was that person from sophomore year. And then I can continue. You guys want to stop or what?
I mean, did you want to comment something?
Junior year is when it got juicy.
yeah, you did. You did.
You, Raj, you had something to say about what Gaurav said?
Shit, yeah. I think the dynamic for dating has changed in the last 4 years, and I think like we really need to. I think all people need to adopt it in terms of like how much we have to chase, and it typically goes for men. Like there's like this belief, like this very like masculine belief of like, oh, you need to be like persevere. You need to like keep persevering and keep pushing. And I
Yeah.
think like the dynamic in the last 4 years is like when like a woman says no to that, like it's at that point after that it's harassment. And I think it's on the individual to kind of recognize like the signs. However, I think your situation is a little more ambiguous.
Mhm.
And like when you're innocent, like you're gonna like keep on to it. But I think there needs to be like a lot more education from when you're younger about like relationship expectations
Mhm.
or like being okay with rejection. And like I guess like men typically deal with a lot of rejection in general, but like I think like we in general need to do better at like respecting people's choices. Like we all know someone that like has been rejected and then called that woman a bitch because of it.
Yes.
Like
100%.
no one will ever. People don't take responsibility. They're like, oh, maybe something's wrong with me. Maybe she's not available. Like it's like no, something's wrong with her, right? Like I think the dynamic has completely changed in the last 4 years. I think we need to like really move forward and push that, and I think that's kind of like holding us back. I think men in general. I really am trying not to generalize, but like men in general have a tough time reading cues and like, and I don't know. I think it ruins a lot of things.
I mean, culturally, right? Like even you date back like the 1800s, like men would go in duels just for one woman, even though the woman rejects no, right? People die just to get one girl.
Just for one crumb of pussy.
Just one crumb. Yeah, yeah.
They simp a little too hard.
But I feel like now with technology, it's so easy to access so many people. Like one rejection feels like nothing. You know what I mean? And I feel like
Hey, it feels like something to me.
I mean, I feel like you should chase if you
Andrew's been
truly feel.
desensitized by getting less swiped.
Yeah. I feel like if it's worth, I feel like if you still have hope for the person and you still have a gut feeling that you have hope for the person, why not shoot your shot? You know what I mean? Like I feel like Gaurav's situation did really well because he threw everything all he got, and you know, even though with the response that he got, at least he tried, right? There's a lot of people who stop before that and don't even throw out their trump card. You know what I mean? Like their play without even knowing what the girl's gonna say. So I feel like, you know, in Gaurav's case, he did a good job. I think he
did all he could.
Played the game. He played the game.
You know, one thing I'll say about your situation, Gaurav, is that I like how you were very respectful towards her. You weren't specifically saying like, "Oh yeah, well, why are you fucking canceling me? Why are you always canceling on me?" You know?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
And
Yeah.
you know, and you kept a very open mind with regards to that. But I think I agree 100% with Roger's statement. Is that I think that we need to get better at reading cues that someone is not interested, so that we don't push too far. Because there has been so many instances I can think of where I know someone who has pushed too far, and people need to know when to not do that.
And I don't want to like, I don't want to, you know, monopolize on the conversation, but I feel like I could talk about this subject alone for like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, like, you know, after dating a woman and like learning a lot, like there's so much. Number one, I don't think that men are really easy to, you know, have female friends and not try to make it into something. I think a lot of guys have a tough time being friends with women and not trying to like pursue some romantic interests. And I think girls get tired of that. And so like I think guys in general need to like be okay with not trying to see a romantic relationship with someone. But I also think like fuck, what was I gonna say? I also think that like men, you know, like the whole redefining like consent. But like one of the things about consent is like enthusiastic yes. And I think like if you shoot your shot, like if you look at a girl's DMs, there's so many guys trying to shoot shots. A taken woman, my girlfriend, has pictures of me on her Instagram, and it's still her DMs is filled with thirsty brown guys saying like, "Hello, beautiful, you're looking very good today." Like that's just crazy. Like,
doesn't that get annoying?
It fucking gets annoying. That's why women are like, fuck men. Men are trash. Like that's where that comes from. Is because of sheer volume of that. Like if you have that many a day. That's another conversation I want to have. So I want to table that thing for later. But just like shooting your shot was like became like a thing to do, and a lot of guys use that as like, okay, I'm just gonna say whatever. But then if it's not an enthusiastic yes, fucking drop it.
Mm-hmm. That's the thing. It's you shoot your shot, but do not overshoot it. Right? Yeah. Don't shoot it when it's already dead.
Don't break. Don't break.
It's like
don't break.
Don't shoot it when it's already dead.
You overshoot it. What are you shooting behind the backboard?
Like that's a raw shot. You're taking a shot when the board's ready disassembled. Like
there's no shot to be made.
You mentally know it. There's nothing gonna work, right? But I'm just saying, shoot your shot when you really think there's something there, and then that you for sure have an answer that's a no, like a definitive no.
I mean, you never know till you try. That's the thing.
Hey, Sagar, you got thoughts?
Yeah, you got any thoughts on this, Sagar?
Or you just like tell us your relationship experience if you
want. I mean, which one do you want at this point? Because if we're starting at high school,
no, we get it. You're hot.
No. I'm not trying to say it like that, but it was like each one taught me a different thing.
Oh, bring one up.
And like not just about relationship. So like Raj said in the beginning, like my high school relationship basically taught me how to act in a relationship. Like I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I still don't classify that as like a real relationship to me. Like a lot of stuff happened in that relationship. Like I don't know how much we want to get into it, but we went pretty far.
We're trying to go deep. We're trying to go deep.
Sagar was trying to also.
Well, yeah, I mean I did. So that's what. So like, yeah, in high school, I was like 16 too. So like that was like way over my head. Wasn't expecting anything like that. So I learned a lot right off the bat about stuff like that. But then when I got into college, I didn't date anyone freshman year because I was kind of getting used to college.
Right.
And then I started dating sophomore year, and it was one of my it was kind of a weird thing. She was one of my childhood friends, and she went to U of A. So I used to commute like every weekend or every other weekend down to Tucson to see her. She'd come up and stuff like that. But like each relationship really teaches you a different thing, like about yourself and how you interact with different people. Because you can't interact with every single person the same way, right?
Yeah.
So
Right. There's no formula.
that's really one important thing that like even I take going into like a new relationship. Like the girl that I was talking to recently, like how I want to interact with her and how I'm supposed to like appeal to other people.
I feel like you've been like in the game for so long that you just know so much that you know what you want and that you know the type of person that's going to provide you that happiness. And I feel like
Yeah.
that's the most important thing when you're dating, like right now as a young person, like having that high school experience of rejection, going through Tinder, dating people around, it's like that feeling of being able to understand who's the type of person that's going to give you the happiness.
Sagar, I think like we're fairly similar in that our experience has really allowed us to figure out what we want and what we should expect from a relationship and what we do expect. We're just like on different sides of that. So I think that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like navigating that when you're single is like you have a very good understanding of what you want and how you want to be treated and how you want to treat someone else. So I think that's a very different dynamic versus someone who's like new to a relationship.
Like,
Yeah,
Raj,
absolutely.
because you've been in a relationship for the longest of all of us, and then Sagar just been just pure experience. I mean, like, us three, like Kyle, me, and Gaurav, like we gain experience through just like dating. You know what I mean? Just like
Not you through dating each other.
but like
No, because I mean, at the same, it's all we've got,
like trying, like we just try different things. You know what I mean? We get a taste of people.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So I feel like you guys get like a really good like view of different types of people when you're like dating around in college. Like that's like it's a good time to like figure out what different people want.
explore.
Like,
Yeah.
Like Sagar is a mature version of all of us, like Raj, Kyle, Gaurav, and me. Right? Because Sagar has dated people long term, but he's also dated, around, right? So I mean, Sagar, from experience,
That means like God at least.
Can you confirm that like you kind of have a better idea of what you want at this point?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, I feel like you guys, like, not to like rat on anyone, but it's like you haven't experienced it as much, so you like sure you might have been in one relationship or two relationships, but unless they're like you really connect with that person, like I don't know, like basically really deep down, like on an emotional level, and you both know what you both want in the long term, then like that's when you learn. And you guys haven't had that. Like one thing that's interesting to me, because you guys go on all these like you guys go on all these like single dates with people, right? I don't think I ever did that.
Oh.
I really never went because like I would always become friends with someone. Maybe it was through Tinder, maybe it was through like in person. I never like was set up with anyone. I was never doing anything like that. So that's really interesting because I don't actually know how that stuff goes.
I see.
That's interesting. Yeah.
It's a good point to bring up. Do you guys want to move on to the second
You know what
question?
Sagar just did? He just subtly flexed that he is an expert at navigating the friend zone.
No, but that's a good thing to know though, because you'll
I
be
have
able
a
to.
I mean,
I have a fucking beef with the friend zone.
Wait, do you guys want to move on to the next topic real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
Kyle, you didn't talk. You want to talk?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you guys have kind of known
Wait,
my. What you say, Adrian?
what's the next topic? Is it still relationships?
It's still relationships, yeah. On the page. The next one's a little more fun, like more lighthearted. But I really agree with what Raj said as far as the, because I feel like when you're navigating the so-called friend zone, I hate that word, by the way. I hate that word, friend zone.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of things that can happen, and I think that the number one thing that people need to be mindful of is that you can't feel like you're walking on eggshells in that phase. You just need to be yourself, and whether that means shooting your shot and being, going all out, or navigating the friend zone carefully and kind of seeing what she likes and then seeing what you like, and if they align, I think that you can't fake being someone else and start feeling like you're walking on eggshells, because I feel like that kind of gives a bad impression of a wrong impression of you to the other person, and you're just making like a fake persona of yourself.
See, one thing I kind of want to add on to that. Sorry.
Not going
No, go on, Sagar.
One thing is, to me, like I completely get what you're saying. You don't want to be a fake person. That's definitely true. You don't want to be someone that you're not.
Mhm.
But one thing that I've learned is that if they say they're interested in something, I'll go out of my way. Like if I'm actually interested in that person. So like the last girl I was talking to, she was on a dance team. She was the dance captain, and like I know, like I suck at dancing. Like I don't know the first thing about dancing, but like I went out of my way to like look up all of her performances.
Oh, that's awesome.
I looked up all the competitions that she was in, and like I kind of made it something that I was interested in. And not that I was a fake person, but I kind of just made it one of my interests. So I feel like there's a difference in that.
Oh, 100%.
Because you don't want to fake having that interest.
But you also want to show some level of interest in what she's interested in, And I think it kind of shows that you're interested in that person as well. And it's also low-key, like, I think it's kind of like a cute thing when they show interest in your interests. So
yeah,
I 100% agree with that.
I think the thing is like you don't need to necessarily like the same things, but you need to respect their interests.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I mean, from experience, like I would like a good, like, even, like it has to go both ways, right? If I'm gonna do research for her, I really hope she will do some research for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
In
definitely.
my last relationship, like I think that was really good because like I did dive into some of her interests, and she did dive into my interests too, and it's perfect when both of you can like really enjoy what each other likes. You know what I mean? It should never be one-sided, right?
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like that's like keeping an open mind too, is another thing. Super important when it comes to relationships, I think. But that's a whole nother conversation. All right, we're back. Kind of transitioning to the next topic. Adrian, you want to introduce this one?
Yeah. So this next
a little more lighthearted, and I think we've kind of talked about this before while we play games.
We're gonna go over what are your guys' red flags in a person,
in a relationship, and in like the dating phase, when you're kind of still talking to them.
Dude, Sagar has a life motto that's stuck with me to this day. Sagar, what is it? Say it.
You know what it is. Never stick your dick in crazy.
Red flag.
Never stick your dick in crazy.
Dude, that's
like
stuck
never.
with me
like
for like
it's...
5 years.
And Gaurav still hasn't learned.
I might have to leave that in, Gaurav.
Dog.
I'm joking.
Wait, yo, so how we set it up? How we set it up is that we got. I think last time we talked about this, it was a little unorganized. So right now we have a set of certain red flags, and if you guys think it's a red flag, like agree or disagree with that statement, and you can also add your own here and there as we talk about it.
Like we'll say a topic, and then you defend your thing. We'll go like each person.
Yeah,
why?
I like that a lot.
So, Kyle, I can't find a document, so I can't.
I'll link it to you.
I don't know what's going on.
Did I not link it?
Honestly, when you asked me, you want to introduce the next segment?
Oh, I
was
didn't.
Like,
I didn't send it to you.
I was like, wait, what? I don't know.
Dude, I didn't send it to you. Fuck. Wait. Check your Gmail. Wait, check your Gmail,
That
Tom.
was the biggest guess. I was like, maybe it's this thing.
Wait, yo, Adrian Loki got it right.
That's hilarious.
Adrian Loki got it right.
I got it right. It was a big ass guess. Okay,
Dude,
all right. Here we go.
Adrian is white.
Adrian is albino. Oh, he's good. He's good.
It's because of the Gmail account.
I'm so dead. All right, so back on track. Do you want to introduce the first one, Adrian?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. This is a good one. If a girl has no confidence, is that a red flag?
Mm,
And then
I
put your
wouldn't
hand
say
up.
it's like-
Everyone- So if the girl doesn't have any confidence, put your hand up if it's a red flag. Okay. And then we'll
Wait, but no confidence in what? Herself?
no confidence in herself.
Or anything? In anything, though.
Let's say she's shy, introverted, doesn't really want to talk to anyone.
And not showing interest in
think
wanting to talk to him.
I think it's different. Are we saying introverted? Or are we saying no confidence?
Let's say okay. Let me rephrase it.
And-
No confidence, as in they don't believe in themselves. Like they don't believe. They're always putting themselves down, constantly bringing themselves down.
In anything.
In
in
anything,
anything.
they're always
In anything.
self-deprecating. Always
but they're not shy, like
like
But they're-
introverted.
like say you even try to compliment them and bring it up. You know, you cannot have to do that all the time to kind of get their self-confidence up.
Hmm.
And
Okay, and so are we saying, is it a red flag? Like it's a game changer, or is
you
it
don't
like,
wanna
this
date that
like
person.
like would
That's a-
Yeah.
like this trait solely would make me not date them?
I think for
It's
yeah,
just
Well, I mean, a red flag is just something that you're super wary of in a relationship, basically.
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
yeah.
so I'm gonna count down. Put your hand up if you think this is a red flag. All right. 3, 2, 1. So no. Oh, okay.
Oh, am I alone? I'm alone here.
Are you the only one who thinks that it's a red
Ooh,
flag?
I
Oh
think
wait, you said red flag, not a game change. Oh, I'm up.
I'm up.
So
I'm
2
up.
people.
I'm up.
Okay.
Yeah.
people with the least dating experience.
Okay.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Gaurav, you go ahead and explain.
Would you like to explain? Yeah.
So why is it a red flag to me?
Mhm.
Like this is personal. It's not like objective at all. And like why I'm saying it's a red flag. Like you guys know from my like dating experiences and everything, I personally am, even if I have initial attraction, like I lose it quick if the person's not like a confident person, and if they're not, if I don't know, it's just like if they don't have that kind of charisma. I need that personally. That's what I've noticed. And so if we're saying that like they don't have self confidence in themselves, like I'm not saying it's a deal breaker if I still have attraction for them, but like based off of what I've learned about myself, is I'm not gonna have that attraction for them, and like going forward, and within like a few weeks or so. So it's personal. It's not like an objective thing.
Interesting. How about you, Kyle?
I think that there's like a meter to how low a person's self-confidence can go. For me personally, it's like, you know, I've been there. I've been a low self-confidence person before. When my definition of no confidence at all is when they're just always very negative about themselves, and they're always not necessarily charismatic. They don't always have to be charismatic, of course, but I think that you always have to show some appreciation for yourself and believe in yourself that, you know, that you can do so many things or so much more than what you make yourself out to be, right? It's like, you know, common self-confidence stuff. But I think that in terms of having no confidence, I think that can just lead to a lot of issues down the road in a relationship. And if someone doesn't have self-confidence, you know, that could lead to, you know, jealousy. Some here and there could lead to jealousy later in the relationship. Could lead to a lot of comparing themselves to other people that they're hanging out with. That's what I was kind of going for with this red flag.
Oh, I can see.
Yeah, I can see how like the domino effect can happen.
But that was
I see.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's a
I,
good point. Yeah, lack of
Consider
confidence
that,
can
yeah.
turn into a lot more things. Yeah.
I think it's also like a lack of confidence, which kind of leads to like a lack in trust.
mhm. I agree with
Right.
that too. Because I think you kind
I
of.
don't-
Oh, you were saying, Rosh.
I mean, okay, I don't know. I think everyone goes through a period of lack of like confidence in themselves and like not believing. And I guess it's easier said than done already in a relationship. Like if you are dating someone already and doesn't feel like great about themselves, I think like all you can like it's important for you to remove any obstacles that like will make it so that they don't have self confidence. I think at the end of the day, it's like a mental health issue. It's like a piece of anxiety that people have,
Mhm.
and like I think that's a broader issue. But then it depends on like people's view of relationships. Is you shouldn't go into a relationship thinking you're going to be their therapist.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
shouldn't depend on the other
Yeah.
person for these specific reasons, right?
Yeah. So there's that whole like debate. I mean, I hate to bring everything back to politics, like a political thing, or I guess like a gender issue. But like, there's like a lot of women that say like women are not like men's therapists. Like women aren't there to date broken men so that they can heal them. Like
Mhm.
people
Absolutely.
will be like, "Oh, this guy's so broken, he needs a girlfriend that'll fix him." You know, like
It's not how it should be.
that's not the job of any individual is to fix someone. That like go see a therapist.
That's unfair.
Like,
Yeah.
100% destigmatize therapist. Go see a therapist. You know.
Yeah, I agree.
I see. Yeah, I see. I definitely because I never considered that.
It's fine, Adrian.
Okay, I never considered that because I don't know. For me, it's always been like I'm a positive person, and I would always go all out for the other person. Like even though if they do bring themselves a little bit, I would make them feel the most special person in the world.
Mhm.
Like that's just kind of my goal, and that's why like if they don't have confidence, I'm like, well, that's my goal to make them confident in themselves. You know what I mean? So
Like
it's-
if you care about them, you would want to help.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
I'm a caring person. I want to help that person no matter what. And if they do have problems in that field, I will do my best to, make them feel better. But
I agree.
And that's a good point. I think that's a sign of something that is a good thing to do in a relationship when you're already in there, is to make them feel special so that they can, kind of not necessarily fix like a therapist would, but it's something any good partner would do. It's kind of bring their partner up.
I was told previously that I do act like like those like those speakers who like hype you up. Like I'm trying to
Hype man?
Motivational
Motivational
speaker.
speakers.
motivational speaker. I've been told like I do sound like a motivational speaker when I'm like
That's-
trying to comfort them. I don't know if that's a bad
That's
thing.
not. I don't think. Do you guys think that's a bad thing? On the, just like a
That's
side
good.
That's
comment.
a flex, Adrian. That's a fucking flex.
That's a flex. That's not an
Motivation.
insult at all. Because that means that you see the effect that you have on them. I think.
I'm helping them out.
Age
That's
is
a really good compliment, Adrian.
But
Thank you.
it's a really good compliment. It's also like if you're constantly in that situation, you can often feel like you are like neglected.
Mhm.
Like I think like people who pick others up the most, like whose personality trait is that, often have their own difficulty feeling their own self confidence.
Yeah.
Like I've definitely felt like that before too.
Mhm, mhm.
And like there's a big mental health downside to like prioritizing someone else over yourself.
Mhm.
Oh,
And I think I've
prioritizing.
done that
Yeah.
in a relationship, and other people have done that in relationships, and like it hurts them.
But Sagar, what was your reason why?
Yeah, Sagar, do you have anything to say about this?
Mhm.
So, okay, so one thing that I wanted to add on top of all this, how you guys are saying like don't go to a therapist to like fix your boyfriend or anything.
Wait, what?
Um,
Don't go to a therapist
You
to fix
guys were saying like I don't know, you guys sorry, I was like zoned out for a bit.
It's
but
fine. It's fine.
One thing that I've always seen is you never want to go into a relationship to find happiness. You want to be happy yourself before you go into it, because
That's
if
smart.
you aren't happy going in, you're not going to be happy going out.
Mhm.
Like it's not going to be a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
I
agree
think
with
that's just something that a lot of people don't understand still.
Mhm.
Don't
But
expect to be
beyond
happy.
that, like
That's very well put, Sagar.
Exactly. True.
but on the self-confidence issue, I've had a lot of self-confidence issues, so
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't ever find a problem if someone else has it. And I'm not going to say it's my responsibility to fix it, but I can definitely help them
Empathize
and
with
make
them.
them feel better.
Mhm.
Yeah. And like talk them through it. So it's not like a red flag for me.
Yeah, and I think again we go through phases where we do have low self confidence, and it's kind of like we sort of get it. We've been there at certain points in our life where
Yeah, that's why it's hard to call it a red flag. It's hard to call it a
so
red
I could
flag.
definitely
It's
see that too.
something that I know myself. I've had huge fucking self confidence issues,
Right.
and so like
Yeah.
it's difficult to be rejected when someone's like, hey, you're not confident in yourself. It's like, okay, fucking sue me then.
Yeah,
Like,
that's true. That's true. But if it's like, I think for me personally, if it's a serious issue with the no confidence, like you were saying with the mental issue, Raj, I don't like if it gets to that point, it's a red flag for me. Not necessarily.
mental health is a red flag.
Not okay. Not like that. Not
I know,
like that.
I know
Not
that
like
kinda-
that. But like if it's
I don't want you to be mis
yeah. No, you.
interpreted.
I know you got me. But
I
like
will always interpret what you say in the worst possible way.
keep doing that. Keep doing that.
Okay.
But
I think
there's a meter with regards to that. Do you guys have anything else to say before we move on to the next one? The next one kind of plays a little bit into
I don't
the no
think so.
confidence one.
I think the third one's kind of interesting.
The third one we talked about before.
We have.
Let's do the second one real quick because it kind of ties into it. So the second one is not ambitious in their passions, or not having no passion in general. Like think of a person where they're kind of just drifting along in life, and say that they in a relationship, they're always glued to you because they don't have any other ambition, and they have very little passion for any
Like
other thing.
clinginess.
Not necessarily clinginess, but I think that clinginess can be a result of having no ambition.
I think like people who like the relationship is their ambition.
Yes, exactly. Something along
Mhm.
those lines, yeah. Do you think that's a red flag where they have no ambitions? They have no other ambitions, so they choose to make their relationship their primary focus in life, and they're not pursuing anything else.
Yeah.
Okay, we're doing the
Are
one.
we like raising hands for
Yeah.
this? Or wait, just
So-
wait.
So if we raise our hand, what are we saying?
We're agreeing that this is a red flag.
Mm-hmm.
And the
Um,
thing is that they don't have anything except like the relationship.
Like
Yeah.
you, yeah.
they're not ambitious at all.
Okay.
3,
3.
2, 1, go.
Trying to fix.
Ooh, I see the
Yeah.
I see the little thing, Raj. You want to point out one?
I have. All right. I don't want to.
What is Adrian doing?
Dude,
I
Adrian,
saw my video so grainy. I'm like,
dude, Adrian was fine back then.
Adrian, your video was. It looked really good back there.
Yeah.
They were perfect.
Yeah,
Talking to
perfect.
Casper.
There we
And
go.
Jun Suk was a Casper.
You can't be saying that, to
dude,
a
dude, look
professor.
at Adrian's perfect. Oh, dude,
No,
don't.
no, not. I'm not talking about Professor Che.
Oh.
I'm talking about like that K-pop dude.
Oh.
We're talking.
The professor.
No,
Dude, Rosh would be fucked up if he said that.
Oh, my heart goes out to him. I
miss him.
Rest in
I-
peace, Jin Suk
I
Che.
cannot believe that. I
That's a-
cannot believe that.
that's so
happened.
difficult.
I know.
That's fucking ass. It's so sad.
But Raj, did you have anything to say to the
Yeah.
non-ambitious thing?
Okay, I think so. Like, there's this very prominent belief in like Indian marriages that a woman's life is devoted to her husband.
Yeah.
And you can see that all throughout like Indian culture of like the fact that a woman like the daughter-in-law has to kind of bring the family together. Like basically a marriage is sending the daughter away to the husband's family, or like sending the brides to the husband's family. Like it's like a big like ceremonial thing, and like it's a symbolism. There's so much like Indian symbolism about how like, you know, a wife is basically the glue for a family, and you know all this stuff. So it's tricky to say like I'm against that, like because if it's been like a cultural thing that's like built in like, you know, fucking sexism, then it's hard to like blame it's hard to blame an individual for that.
Mhm.
Like if relationship is their priority, it's a valid priority to have. Like it's a valid priority to think that like, oh, relationship is my priority. I think you just need to find someone that also has the same priority. If
Right.
you don't, if the relationship isn't the most important thing to you, then like that's just a matter of being okay with the fact that your priorities are different.
That's well put. Yeah, and I understand the cultural
Okay, so
difference.
I also have a question for you based on that, because like obviously I understand that coming from the
Yeah.
same culture and everything, but at the same time, do you agree with that?
Do I agree with what?
That the woman's only like responsibility should be
No, I definitely don't agree with that. I think like a woman. is
okay.
just-
That's what I'm saying though,
okay.
right? Because like that's like because I definitely get where you're coming from, but like and when I'm looking for a relationship now, like I can't see anything like that.
See,
Like I want them to have like where they only care about the
I think it's a
relationship and
very
nothing else.
very valid red flag to have, and it's just finding someone that also like doesn't like if you find someone whose top priority is like relationship building, I guess like you just need to find someone with that aligns with your priorities.
Yeah, exactly. And then we also have to be cognizant of the fact that there are people that exist. Like, you know, you were talking about the people in India who are it's ingrained in their culture. There are people that exist that pay this attention to their relationship, and that's perfectly fine. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with
I
that.
think it's valid. I think it is valid, and it's not to say that like I don't prioritize my relationship. Like it's definitely like I think you can have priorities that are like at the top together. And I definitely think you can prioritize like, you know, career and family and like a relationship all at the same time.
Yeah.
You guys want to move on to the next one? Because that kind of tied back with the first one. So this third one we've kind of talked about before. Adrian, do you want to introduce this one?
Yeah. So
Can you
for
see
our
it?
third one, huh?
Can you see it this time?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on the
Yes, I
dock.
What if the girl or guy, whatever you swing, has body odor or bad breath? Is that a red flag? I'm just saying guy because I don't know. People might be in closeted. I don't know.
It said whatever you swing.
Whenever you swing.
And also, I just want to apologize for my lack of presence in the last one. I dropped my bamboo plant, and
I saw that. It was like, what is Adrian doing?
I fixed it, I think.
Yeah,
Nice.
me too. I was doing something.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
Take care of that plant, Adrian. Take special care of that
I
plant.
dropped it twice today.
Oh, it's just fucked. But yeah,
So-
body odor and bad breath.
So raise your hand.
Is it a red flag?
Is it a red flag? Would you consider it a red flag?
Raise your hand in 3, 2, 1.
That's like hard, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
that's
really?
a hard one to say for me.
Oh, really?
Because like yeah, it's like gross,
Mhm.
but if
But it's
I mean,
fixable.
is it a medical condition? Like, are they just not brushing their teeth? Like, I don't know. Like,
Poor hygiene. Like they have a poor sense of hygiene.
Oh,
okay,
well,
if we're
poor
saying
hygiene.
that,
Poor
then-
hygiene.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's,
I
I
just
thought-
think
Okay.
they stinky.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
wait. If
That
it's
absolutely.
wait, poor hygiene is a red flag for me.
yeah. No. Yeah.
Let's do
Yeah,
poor
red
hygiene.
flag for me.
Let's do poor hygiene.
I'm
Yeah.
a purely
Yeah.
smell type of person. If they smell like doo doo when I like hug them at night or cuddle with them, no, I'm out. of there.
Okay, I feel like there's certain degrees to it though. There's a lot of that I can put up with in terms of body odor and bad breath. But I'm thinking of like the extreme. If you don't brush your teeth and your breath is just always stinky,
Oh.
and like, you don't shower in
Oh,
like
so then
days.
it's smoking a turn off.
Ooh, this is
What smoking? What
yeah.
smoking?
what smoking.
What
I think
smoking?
Cigarettes.
cigarette. Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah, it is for me.
I've already said that I will never date someone that smokes cigarettes.
1000%.
I had a big fight with Anita about that.
Oh wow.
Big fight
Okay.
with
Did she smoke?
Sorry, yeah. No,
Really?
it was a weird thing. You know how she was a Flynn, right?
Yeah.
When they went to China, apparently, like all the Flynns smoked, and like I said, I was like, "You smoke, I'm probably gonna break up with you."
Mhm.
And he was like, "It's just a cigarette. It's not that bad." I'm just like, I just told her, I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
Yeah,
not
no,
something I can do.
Yeah. Would not
What
do
if your
that.
friend smoked? Would you break
Hmm?
up with me? If I started smoking, would you break up our friendship?
I think
No,
okay,
I would be upset at you.
I would be very upset.
It's different than that. Yeah, I'd be
Mhm.
upset at you, but it's not like I'm gonna break a friendship. It's different for a relationship, though.
Yeah, I agree. I think there's a line you have to walk with that, because like if it's like an addiction, I think there's a line where you have to walk where you have to, your first priority is to kind of care for them more so than like shame them. I guess shame is kind of a strategy.
That's
for dealing with that.
true. That's a good
But
point.
like I've so I was in Singapore and there was like two people I'm talking about. I'm not gonna name names, but like one of them was smoking, and the other person was like, "That's fucking disgusting. Like, how could you do that?" And like, I don't think that's a good, like, people don't respond well to that. People are just gonna get defensive about that, and I don't think that's how you'll ever get someone to quit smoking. Like someone who's like, especially if they're like addicted.
Yeah.
Like, because their response was, "I fucking know that I'm killing myself. I'm doing it because I like doing it." And so I guess like you kind of have to be like, hey, I know like this is your decision, but it's pretty bad for your health. So like you should definitely be considering that. And like if they're considering that and they choose to do it, I guess at the end of the day it's their choice. You can choose just not to date them.
Yeah, in the perspective of a relationship, it's like you would want, because I know none of us here would ever think about smoking a cigarette
Yeah.
for a fact, and I think that we want to see that in our significant other as well, because we kind of hold them to the same standard that there's this health standard that we hold ourselves up to.
I don't think I'll break up with someone if they're smoking. I think it would be like a encouragement thing. Like, do you know that if this is like, I want you to be very aware that this is not great for you. And I guess that's like with any unhealthy habit.
I guess that also stems to the body odor, right? Because you can't control body odor,
You
It's an
can't.
unhealthy habit.
and I actually might change it because I kind of didn't consider that because like I don't know, I hate bad smells. Like if they smell like bo, like it's such a huge turn off for me. That's the only problem. But the thing is, like, it's sometimes hard to change a person if they already have that bad habit. You know what I mean? So
But you don't go into a relationship trying to change someone. You know that's
Yeah,
also
yeah,
I find.
that's true, right? If they're not willing to
True.
change because like you criticize them that for a bad habit, and then maybe that's the red flag there.
Yeah,
So
I see what you're saying though.
mhm.
Do you guys anything else to add to body odor and bad breath?
I'm not trying to add anything to bad breath.
I mean, yeah, I was gonna say.
You guys still hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear you, Gaurav.
Kyle, do you want to do the next one, the last one, and then we can?
Yeah, let's do the next one. Wait, Adrian, do this one.
Wait, this is the last one. I'm trying to go to bed soon.
Yeah, we'll do this. We'll do one more, and then we'll
Last
move on.
topic.
Okay, so the last topic,
Let's do this one.
red flag.
Or this.
If-
Dude, this one, this one, or this one.
This game is called Red Flag or Nah.
I like the other one. I'll do the first one.
Okay.
So what if the girl has too many guy friends? Red flag or not? I'll let you guys think about it.
All right, I already know my answer.
I have
Ready?
my
Yeah,
my
I know
answer.
my answer. I know.
Wait,
my
Gaurav,
Three, two-
Gaurav, wait, one sec. Gaurav, you're horizontal. Yeah, there you go.
All right.
There
Three,
you go. Okay.
2, 1. Raise your hand. No one?
That's what I like to hear.
Yes, sir. I'm happy you guys have this
I don't
opinion.
have to blame someone.
I'm very
Okay.
happy you guys have this opinion. Do it.
I feel like at that point, if that's a problem for anyone, that's kind of their own insecurity.
100%.
That's just how I see it.
I don't think it's necessary. Who cares if
Who
I
cares?
mean, they love you, right? They picked you for a reason.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
it's another thing, it's like it's so limiting. It's such a limiting thing
It's trust.
to,
Right.
Yeah, it's a big thing on trust. But then, like, what do you do? If, like, it's someone that like you're dating someone that has been cheated on.
So has trust issues.
Like, if someone has trust issues, like you can't blame them for it, but like you can also be like it's not a. I don't know. How would you navigate that?
If they have trust issues, I think you
If
just
they have trust
have,
issues, they've been cheated on. You know, like I think that's something I guess you work through together, but
I think it's something you have to be very mindful of when
Yeah.
Right.
when of course when talking to people or potentially introducing, you know,
because actually
her
it can
or
be
him.
traumatic. It can be really
Oh yeah, absolutely. But I think that with regards to that, you just kind of have to be mindful and of the friends you meet, and then communication is obviously a big thing too. I think when you don't want it to develop into a trust issue when it gets to that point, and if they have been cheated on or have had trust issues in the past, I think communication.
People about to call me a snowflake in the comments. I already know.
What does that mean?
Snowflake?
Yeah, like soft.
You never heard that?
No, I heard soy boy.
So it's basically the same thing. Basically the same thing.
Dude, wait. This is off topic, but I learned 3 terms today about men that I didn't know existed. They're you're gonna be weak. Let me make sure I don't forget it. Gooch grease, rubber duck,
What?
and
Wait, what's rubber duck?
dude, wait, you're gonna be
Rubber
so.
duck.
Can I bring
What
this
is
up
this?
right now, or do we have another like serious topic?
We have one more topic.
Okay, wait, do that.
Oh, do that. So wait, Gaurav, your camera turned off.
Yeah, one second. I'm trying. Okay, I'll pull it up. All right, sorry. Let's do the last one.
All
real
right,
quick.
Adrian, you can introduce the last one.
What's the last one?
This
You
one.
want to do it? Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
sure.
You got.
I think you should because you have more experience in this.
Okay, fine. Okay, well, I already mentioned this, but like in college, I was introduced to Tinder, right? And it was the most game-changing thing. I think that's the new hype. I think it should be a common thing. Like it should be normalized, the fact that online dating is an option now, right?
Mhm.
So but the question is how is the quality of the people you meet through online dating?
And because we know you've met a lot of people
Right.
through, and I'm looking at everyone I guess except Raj, because kind of dabbled into it here and there, but
Mhm.
it's like
I dabbled in it before.
oh, then we've all have
Just
something
not-
to say, yeah.
Very briefly, but yeah.
Yeah.
So like, would you say that the quality of people you meet in online dating is kind of up to the same standard as the type of people like you meet as a friend in IRL? And then would you say it kind of ties back to that question?
See, that's the thing. The reason why, well, how I think about online dating is that it's all about having 2 people on the same mindset, right? Like you can flirt with someone in class, but sometimes it could be very off-putting because you're in class, right? You're there. One's probably just really want to pass the class, and one is really just want to get in your pants. Like that's when it's weird. But when it comes to online dating and you both meet up, you both have the same mentality that you want to get into each other's pants. You know what I mean? Like you both want to.
To an extent.
To an extent. Sorry, to an extent.
See, not always. Yeah, not always. Still.
I'm just saying, like, I just feel like personally, like, you both see something and you're just interested. You're definitely interested in the person, and you're both in the mood for some sort of romance involved, right? So that's why I think online dating is such a huge game changer, especially for me, or not especially for me, but like personally for me, as like it's a good source of meeting a lot of people out there and like really consenting with the romance, right?
Because people are generally on Tinder for the same thing. It's to
Right.
meet someone.
Right.
Like when you go to class, like you don't know if the other person wants a romance or not.
Yeah, it's like people hit on girls in a gym. Like that's not a
Yeah.
fucking place. That's not a
That's-
fucking place to hit on someone. That's such a shit place. I fucking hate that.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, that's just my point of view. I mean, what do you guys think? What's your guys' comments and thoughts on quality of the person online dating?
Yeah, quality of the person and online dating in general.
I think it's possible to meet people with the same quality, but it's definitely not as common. Like, 'cause for example, like let's say I'm meeting some Jane or some random person off of Tinder tomorrow, right? Why are you giggling? It's because of Jane. Okay, let's say I'm meeting some random person off Tinder like tomorrow. The only thing, okay, who really reads bios? All right, let's be honest. You think they're cute, then you go to the bio and you're like, oh my god, she's funny too. Like it's never she's okay, but her bio is awesome. Like I'm gonna meet her tomorrow. It's never that. And so like okay, it is practically never that.
Gaurav.
And so
Okay.
like when you're meeting the person off of an online interaction, the only kind of unifying force between you two is physical attraction, which we've already discussed. But like if you're meeting someone, like let's say, like for example, the people I met through parties or whatever we were at, I met them because it's like we tend to have friends that share the same values. It's like natural. And so like when we have social circle, those people that like typically the people that come to those are also like similar valued. And so like it's a lot easier to find people with like similar values as yourself at these
Right.
like in real life.
I think what you bring up kind of goes into the
Yeah.
topic of go Sagar, go ahead.
All I was gonna add is one thing that I've found that's really difficult with online dating is finding someone that's on the same page as you. Even though you're on like an online dating app, not everyone's still on the same page. Like some people are there for simple attention, some people are there to get in your pants, some people want actual dating, and some people have no idea what they want. And so it's always like a toss up. Like you might match with someone, you talk to them for like 10 minutes, and then you're like, okay, maybe this one doesn't work.
Right.
So
That's definitely a thing too. So people don't know what they want, or people are just there to kind of dick around. You know?
And I think like in general as like a culture, we need to be more open with being very straightforward with what we want. And being like very straightforward with asking people what they want to do. You know, I think like if a lot of more people on Tinder were like, what do you on Tinder for? And I guess like Bumble tried to do that by kind of putting that like little questionnaire in there, like what are you looking for? But I think it's important as a society to be very open about asking. Like, is this okay? Are you okay with this? Like I don't know. That's my thought.
Like what is it you want out of this? What we're doing right now. Yeah. And I know you brought that up last podcast, Raj, and I agree.
I did.
Very big thing. And I know we kind of talked about how would you rather meet someone online versus meet someone through online dating? I think that was another question that we had. And I kind of agree with what Gaurav was saying with regards to the social circle kind of thing, is that it's easier, I think, to talk to someone if you have a common ground already, whereas in Tinder, you're not really looking too much at the bio. It's very physical based. You're looking, you're swiping through these photos left and right. You're seeing if they're attractive, but you don't really know anything about them. And I think the fact that the foundation of two people coming together is based on a common interest versus physical attraction can be a good thing for the start of a potential relationship.
Yeah. I agree.
I agreed with him on that point. You guys have anything else to add to online dating? That
respect people. Don't be too thirsty.
Don't be too. Oh my god, that's a whole nother topic.
Don't be too
Oh
thirsty.
my god.
I feel like we still have a lot to talk about relationships, and I think we'll definitely
revisit this.
Put this on a bookmark and revisit.
We're gonna become a relationship podcast.
Yeah,
but I
Hey,
mean,
5 people in their 20s tell you everything you need to know about love.
Yeah, we know everything, right? We know.
Yeah, we do. Yes, we do.
I've had one girlfriend for 5 years, so I think you could say I'm pretty experienced.
That's crazy. I've had 5 girlfriends for a year each. I'm pretty experienced as well.
God damn, Sagar.
Hey, Sagar on that quantity over. I'm just kidding.
It's quality. Sagar's like the Amazon of.
You can get a quality relationship out of a 3-month long thing.
Yeah.
I don't think time is at all an indication of quality, but that's another thing.
I don't think so at all.
All right.
Yeah.
So
wrapping it up here. Yeah, for the next one.
Yeah. And this is it.
Dude, the way Adrian said that this is it, like he was gonna do genocide.
Bye, guys.
Dude, I'm so far.
Okay.
No, you're
okay,
lying. You're
that note,
lying.
Thanks for tuning in, guys.
And this has been Talk to Me Before Corona Ends Me.
Yeah.
I'll see you
Hey,
guys
wait,
next
before
week.
it ends,
Oh,
let the viewers understand these terms I learned today.
Oh shoot.
yeah, impart some knowledge. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So,
All I see is the Turnham logo.
okay, wait, let me tell you. So I learned these off of the beauty of my Twitter timeline today. So, gooch grease. Dude, just wait. I cannot read these in a straight face.
Oh,
I'm
this is
gonna
so
read these as objectively as I can.
Hey, Gaurav, I'm leaving this in.
All right. These are the. Okay, wait. Let me turn on my video and pull this up. Actually, you know what? I don't care enough. All right.
No, pull up your video. No, do it.
Dude, I don't know how to do it though.
Like, you look it up on your laptop or your desktop.
Gooch grease. I'm already excited for this.
Dude,
Wait, don't look it up. You're gonna be so weak. Please
I'm
don't
not
look
looking
it
it
up.
up.
All right, you ready? Oh, okay, here. Let me pull up on my. Can you see me?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. I'm gonna read it like as objectively as I can. This is the Urban Dictionary entries. Gooch grease, noun. Similar. Okay. Gooch grease, noun. Similar to swamp ass. Gooch grease.
Oh, it's swamp.
Swamp ass. I know.
Just listen to
I've
it.
heard of
ass.
swamp ass.
Gooch grease, noun. Similar to swamp ass, gooch grease is a disgusting smelling mixture of sweat, shit, crusties, and lint that forms along the inner gooch, forming a slime-like substance. Example. After a long night at the club, Tommy's boxers were covered in gooch grease.
What?
That's so fucking funny.
That's
fucking
term
gross,
one.
dude.
That's
That's
term
gross.
one. You just wait. Next. Where is it? Oh, don't tell me I lost it.
Gooch grease. Oh, this is the only way to end a podcast.
Wait. I'm
Leave a
finding it.
like. Leave a like if you guys have ever had gooch grease.
Yeah.
Leave a like.
Okay, yeah. I'm
Drop
ready,
a
I'm
sub
ready.
if you guys had swamp ass.
Okay, wait. I can't turn on video for these last two, but actually, you know what? I'll do it for a sec. It's worth it. These last two are gonna make you weak.
Sorry, what are you about to say
Alright.
right now?
So I got two more terms for the viewers, and they are, dude. How much? This
I'm
guy
just
tweet
weak
in
at
a
Gaurav's
day?
angle.
Yo, this guy tweets so much in a day. I'm trying to find it. One sec. Dude, some people really have no life. Oh, here, I found it. Okay. Next. Would you guys like to hear duck butter or swamp ass?
Duck.
Duck.
Swamp ass. Yeah.
You know swamp ass.
Alright, I'll do swamp ass though. Let's get it out of the way. Swamp ass. Swamp ass can occur during periods of intense physical activity. It's a condition where your ass becomes sweaty, giving you the feeling that your ass is actually in a swamp. If dude, just wait, this next line. If not treated immediately, if not treated immediately, swamp ass can lead to a more serious condition called duck butter.
Alright, what's duck butter?
Example, man, what a great workout. I got a mean case of swamp ass. And finally, duck butter. Duck butter is the combination of sweat from the sack and anus that creates a buttery film on the grundle and butthole, occurring usually. The combination of
Dog.
sweat from the ball sack and anus creates a buttery film on the grundle and butthole, occurring usually from an unwashed scrotum, creating a smelly odor that worsens in thickness and odor by the second and by the minute, also known as DB or Deeb. Examples. Bobby hated you, so he rubbed his Deeb all over your pillows. Another example. Dude, I have some killer DB today. Dog, I can't. So now you guys know what duck butter, swamp ass, and gooch
Can you also explain why you came across these?
Yeah, you gotta tell the
Yeah,
viewers. You gotta
hey,
tell the viewers.
hey,
I
I'll
was like,
tell
I
you.
need to find a name for my condition.
I got a reason. Wait, I got a reason. So, it was because there was this is kind of funny. there's this tweet on the timeline where there's this guy, it's a picture of this guy shitting and like a POV of his legs like in his shorts. You know that POV, right?
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Like you're shitting, you take a camera and like aim down at your
Oh
feet.
yeah.
And so it's a picture of like his feet through his shorts, and there's like a pad. There's a pad where his ball sack is. Like there's like a female pad in his gooch in his place, and the caption is, "My bros sleep on this life hack. ... This here catches gooch grease and loose dingleberries, keeps my
Oh.
jaws fresh."
Ew.
Dude, that's
And then-
disgusting.
And then the top comment is, "Please don't go buying up our pads for whatever the fuck gooch grease is."
And on that note,
On
this has
that
been
note,
Talk
thank
to Me
you.
Before Corona Ends Me. Podcast number 2. Peace, boys.
Alright.
Peace,
Bye,
guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye, guys. Yeah,
Peace.
bye, guys.
All right.